When the trailer for K-pop Demon Hunters dropped, most people thought it was just another flashy animated movie. You know, bright colors, idols, and demons. But when the film actually released, something unexpected happened. Audiences didn't just fall in love with the visuals or the catchy soundtrack. They connected with the characters. And that connection highlighted a big gap between how Hollywood writes female leads and how this Korean film does it. Because while Hollywood has been struggling for years to define what a strong woman even means, K-pop Demon Hunters just did it, effortlessly. So today, let's talk about how K-pop Demon Hunters schooled Hollywood, and what every screenwriter in LA could learn from it. Let's be honest, Hollywood wants to write strong women. But somewhere along the way, they started confusing strength with invincibility. Take Rey from the Star Wars sequels. She's powerful, sure, but she rarely struggles or fails. Her power almost feels handed to her, not earned. Or look at Captain Marvel. She's brave, but the movie is so focused on telling us she's strong that it forgets to actually show her growth. Even Mulan, 2020, a story that originally celebrated a girl's journey to courage, became about someone who was already perfect from the start. The result? Characters who look powerful but don't feel human. And that's where K-pop Demon Hunters breaks the pattern completely. In K-pop Demon Hunters, strength isn't a costume, it's a journey. Each of the girls, Rumi, Mira, and Zoe, have their own baggage. They're idols, sure, but they're also young women trying to balance fame, friendship, and responsibility. There's a scene where Rumi, as a young girl, is told never let anyone see her demon side, and as she grows, that becomes a big insecurity in her life. She feels guilty that she can't even tell her two closest friends who are like sisters to her. And not only is she fighting literal demons, she is fighting the demon within herself. That's powerful writing, because it reminds us that strength isn't just about landing punches. It's about standing up again after failing. Now compare that to how Hollywood often avoids showing female weakness altogether. Writers seem scared that if a heroine cries or doubts herself, audiences will see her as weak. But K-pop Demon Hunters proves the opposite. Vulnerability makes strength believable. Another thing this movie nails: teamwork. Hollywood often likes its female lead solo. We get the lone, tough woman archetype. Furiosa from Mad Max, Fury Road, Natasha Romanoff in Black Widow, or even Wonder Woman in her first film. They're surrounded by others, but rarely truly supported. The story almost always centers on her proving herself against the world. But in K-pop Demon Hunters, the power is in the collective. These girls succeed not because one of them is the strongest, but because they trust each other. When one falters, another steps in, not to outshine, but to uplift. They balance emotion with action, leadership with empathy. There's never a sense that one girl has to dominate the rest to prove she's the main one. It's refreshing. And honestly, it's something we almost never see in Western blockbusters, because real empowerment doesn't come from competition. It comes from connection. Of course, K-pop Demon Hunters is stunning to look at. The outfits, the choreography, the lighting, it's basically an art piece that moves. But here's the twist. It's not just about being pretty. The style enhances the story. Every visual choice, from the neon streets of Seoul to the sparkle in their stage costumes, reflects their inner lives. The glamour of the idol world clashes with the darkness of their demon-hunting duties. Hollywood sometimes struggles with this balance. You either get movies that are all style with no soul, like Charlie's Angels, 2019, or deep character dramas that forget to be visually exciting. K-pop Demon Hunters shows that you can have both, flash and feeling. It's cinematic but not shallow. And then there's one of the most overlooked parts: authenticity. K-pop Demon Hunters doesn't water down its identity for global audiences. The characters are Korean, the music is K-pop, and the city of Seoul feels alive. This cultural grounding gives every character more depth. They're shaped by their environment, not separated from it. Compare that to how Hollywood often handles diversity. It's usually surface level. Think of how Ghost in the Shell erased its Japanese identity, or how Mulan turned a Chinese legend into a Western-style action movie. But in K-pop Demon Hunters, the culture is the story. It's not representation for representation's sake. It's organic, lived in, and full of meaning. That's what makes the characters, especially the female leads, feel real. They're not trying to be universal by being bland. They're universal because they're authentic. Here's the truth. Hollywood doesn't need to stop writing female leads. It just needs to start writing them better. K-pop Demon Hunters doesn't lecture you about empowerment, it shows it. Through teamwork, through emotion, through failure and growth. While many Western blockbusters still struggle to find the balance between strength and sincerity, this movie already has it figured out. Rumi, Mira, and Zoe don't need to prove they're strong women. They just are. And maybe that's the lesson. True strength isn't about perfection. It's about the courage to be seen as human. So what do you think? Did K-pop Demon Hunters raise the bar for female-led stories? Or is Hollywood just afraid to let its heroines be vulnerable again? Either way, it's clear. The girls of K-pop Demon Hunters didn't just fight demons. They fought cliches, and they won. If you liked this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into movies, games, and pop culture. And if you want to stay updated, make sure to turn on notifications so you don't miss my next video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.